Yo, what's going on, guys? We are back for another Chainsaw Man review, and oh my god, after the break, Fujimoto brought us a banger. I literally just got done reading the chapter, and I was like, I need to do the review right now. We get to see Nayuta, we get to see her, but let's get into it right away with Denji bringing Asa home for the date that they're gonna have, and he brings up the first rule. Rule number one, unbreakable rule number one, don't open any other doors. Like, I'm gonna guess this entire apartment building is filled with nobody, or maybe people that are being controlled by Nayuta. But either way, we get to see right here. It says Tatsuki Apartments, which Tatsuki Fujimoto, just a little like a Easter egg there. But like Asa, she's like, why would I open up anybody's doors? Like, that's not something you would do. And Denji's like, oh, that's a good point. We already know Denji doesn't really know common sense, so he's like, okay, come on in. We get to see the apartment. It's nice and quaint, you know, it's small. There's some stuff, like coloring stuff that's for Nayuta hanging out. But they start watching a movie and stuff, and they're just chilling. We get to see another little poster. It says March Farts, and it says Denji and Nayuta. I'm gonna guess that they do tally their farts because, of course, Denji does, like, of course. But he's like, oh, another rule, don't open the fridge. And Asa's like, why would I open someone else's fridge? Like, that makes no sense. Again. Then she's like, oh, I'm like, okay. But why not open the fridge? I'm gonna guess there is maybe human meat in the fridge for Nayuta. Because, I mean, maybe she can suffice on regular food, but maybe she has to eat humans and stuff. But yeah, that's the only thing I could guess because, you know, he did put Makima in the refrigerator. But he says rule number 3, the most important rule. Our roommate's coming home soon. She's walking the dogs. Like, she's a huge problem child. She's got a crazy personality. So, of course, this is Nayuta, and she's walking the dogs that were Makima's, obviously. She loves dogs. I'm gonna guess it's like an intrinsic part of her personality or something. But, yeah. She's bringing home the dogs, and Denji says she has a, like, crazy personality, an extreme personality. So, we get to see some more later, but Denji says, she, like, no matter what, do not make out with me in front of her. Like, when I read this, I was like, what? Denji, okay. The Rizz is too much. But like, Asa's like, huh? She's taken back by it. She's like, why would I want to do that? Like, I don't even like you. That's not what I came over here for. But Denji's like, you know, like, one thing might lead to another, but, and she's like, in your dreams, like, this would never happen. She's like, why would you even bring that up? Like, I don't like you at all. Like, we aren't a thing. And then she's like, huh? Like, I thought if you're gonna ask me on a date, you would at least like 90% like me, like a little bit. And she's like, there's no way I like you. On the contrary, I actually freaking hate you. And then she's like, huh? You hate me? I just love this little interaction because, like, Asa, she sort of does. Like, I think it's been shown that she sort of does like Denji, but she's just saying this because she's taken aback by just the statement that he made. Like, you don't say that. Like, it's like, yo, you can't make out with me in front of her. Like, you know, I know you might want to. Like, okay, chill. But she says, yeah, I hate you. Besides, like, you have rules that will, like, you have to obey or die, right? Like, so do I. So stay away from me, or you'll probably wind up dead. So this is indicating that Yoru wants to, you know, kill Denji and make him into a weapon. So we get to see sort of, I think, what the results of this conversation is, like this part specifically. But she's like, yeah, just stay away from me, Denji. And I think Yoru hears this. But either way, she's like, yeah, I only went on this date because I wanted a distraction. Like, I'll leave after this movie. She's like sort of upset here. And Denji's like, okay. Yo, what's going on, guys? Sorry for interrupting the video, but thank you for watching. And if you're enjoying the Chainsaw Man content and want a new chapter review every week, just like and subscribe. Back to the video. But then he gets to thinking, and just a normal thing, like, he's starting to spiral. He's like, huh? She was only, like, using me? Like, isn't it normal to date someone because you like them? Did I do something wrong? Was it feeding her the starfish, you know? And then he thinks about his dog. He's like, somebody thought I smelled like dog one time. I thought it was a compliment. But he's like, maybe I stink. So obviously Denji doesn't know much stuff. Like, if someone says he smells like dog, he's like, oh, that's a compliment because I love dogs. But no, usually when someone says you smell like wet dog, you know, they're saying you smell nasty or something like that. Denji, he keeps spiraling. He's like, maybe she hates me. Like, I liked her a little bit, but if she hates me and thinks I stink, like, I guess that's it. Should I not be sleeping with my dogs? Wait, do dogs stink? Like, he just keeps going down this spiral and this spiral and this spiral. And he's like, he goes to ask, he's like, yo, dogs don't stink, right? And then boom, double page. Oh, like, Yoru's just going to kiss Denji, the rule that we said can't not be broken. And I'm guessing it's because she knows that Nayuta's almost back. But she goes and reaches on his head. The door opens and all the dogs come flying and Nayuta's back. We see her in silhouette and she just looks like a mini Makima, like 100%. She just looks like a mini Makima right here. But we get to see, yeah, she points at Asa and says thief. And these chains come out of her and like get, well, I guess it's not Asa, but it's Yoru. And that's the end of the chapter. And we have a break again next week, which, oh my God, of course, peak after peak, we got to get breaks in between. But Nayuta, her design, she looks just like Makima a little bit, like with the braid and like the hair, like bang sort of. But like, what is this power? Because this is the control power, but she's shooting a chain out at somebody. And is it if somebody tries to take her belongings, she can do something like this? But I'm not really sure what will happen next, because if Nayuta sort of retains the memories of the control devil and all the stuff like that, she would know that this is War, one of her sisters. And the interactions from, like, you know, her finding this out are probably going to be like insane. But my best guess right now is that Nayuta doesn't have her memories, like, of Makima and stuff, but like, she's just like, yeah, you're stealing my father away from me or something like that. Because, you know, they were kissing. But that's the end of the chapter. Like, I'm very sad we have a break, but tell me what you guys thought about the video in the comments. But this one was a good one. This one was a good one. The last chapter was peak. This one, even better. But thank you guys. Like and subscribe, and peace.